I'm in the kitchen.
Welcome to the biggest bloom up. Man, y'all make sure y'all go stream this, go run it up. Oh shit.
I get that check and I get out.
Let's get it to a million.
I let it spit out. I went to jail for public indecent.
I see one of them members in the comments saying let's get it to a million. I'm already my people, y'all already. Let me run one more video. Y'all make sure y'all go screen this, go run it up. I've been fucking with that whatever. My people, oh, hold on.
I've been up all night. Sleep regression is hard. Oh no, he'd sleep through a grave. His dad and I made a counteroffer on a...
Y'all make sure y'all go get that new hood ready. Y'all go fuck with it, go download it, go stream. Let me see what we got. Don't piss me off. Want the money, freak joint. Haven't had a car. Shit we on. Whole mixtape out. Y'all go fuck with the mixtape. Haven't had a car. Haven't had a car. This what we rockin' with.
My God, I'm just wondering if there was like a no hard car.
We gonna run through this. Let's run through a couple songs of the mixtape. Y'all
I don't know where y'all going, but tell y'all call me. This party still going, how the fuck you all leave? No more fighting demons, I guess they all free. Leaving unannounced ain't what you told me. Pull up to that store and I did blink, how the fuck you did that? Gonna kill, we could part. I can't forget that. Wish heaven had a phone, I'll call God and take my wish back. You ain't just a driver, goddamn, you know I miss Jack. We gon' do the scoring, how the fuck my nigga missing? Defensive coordinator.
We gon' do it for that, man.
Ziggy die from cancer, that's the hard.
By the time I got out of jail, bro,
suicide could've told you.
niggas were already in Atlanta. Now, when I first, I'm gonna tell you something. Oh. I'm finna tell you what happened, bro. On a lot of shit, homie. When I first got out of jail in 2017, that was the first mob Rico hit. So a lot of niggas that were having motion back in 2017, 2018, you know what I'm talking about, fell back. You know what I'm saying? They fell back, they went their ways and went where they was at and shit. So a nigga like me who was just getting out the penitentiary, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got shit going on for shit, you see me? So I'm just move how I move. So that's really what happened, man. When I got out, the first Rico had hit, you know, and you know, niggas had fell back from the rap shit. A lot of niggas had fell back, you know, by me just, like I said, being out here, bro. I was just, this what it was. And shit ain't happened.
Motor, how you reach that? Know this sounds selfish, but I wish I could have you all back. Tell you took my heart with you. Know you black hearts with you. Know you had the mob in you. Know you supposed to mob different. Woody, how you gone? We don't know what the fuck happened. Niggas climb your body on the neck, these niggas be camping. How you nigga with everything free? You still ain't called yet. Yo, I know you fresh as a bitch. You with them all in. Right, they told you moving too fast, they told you fall back. Tell me for hell and you check out. Hey, what you call it? Sometimes you can get your one-on-one. You know your killer dead. Only thing I say that y'all miss, you probably missed your head. And everything else you gon' live.
Yeah. And say without saying so much. Yeah.
Still on God child, I still feel my demons though. The hospital say lies, and why the fuck cheese ain't living for? Probably ounce a nigga car, but
I just be on Memphis shit. No Memphis shit right now, though, man. We talking about a Memphis trial. So we coming in, we doing Memphis artists, Memphis content right now. You heard me? Ground zero in the city of Memphis, man.
Friend was in this cup, kill the pain, I prayed all me.
Every day it's some shit. We gonna get one more. Y'all make sure y'all go tune in. Don't tune us out, man. YP Hood Rich. We come back with whatever my baby. I fuck with whatever my baby.
Beautiful. You work within my budget.
Whatever my baby, then we gonna run some content. Whatever my baby did, we gonna run some content, man. Make sure y'all go like, subscribe, share, jump in the comments, say the total BigTruDat Late Bloomer Podcast, bro.
Now I ain't keeping it private, no way I'm sneaking with you. You killing these bitches. I don't see nothing better. All I'm seeing is you. You know you're my baby. But I show you the proof. Ain't telling what I might do.
Special lady in your life, man. This the one for.
Show them who I wanna lose. Whatever my baby, I'm putting pressure behind your face. I never decline. Whatever my baby, I wanna make you better. Long as I can make you mine. Whatever my baby, yeah, you know you my baby. Ain't never gotta ask 2 times. Whatever my baby, it's just me versus them. Nobody versus you is whatever my baby. I wanna make you better. I wanna make you mine. Your back like a spine. I wanna show you the world. Ain't nothing better to do, nothing better than you. I'ma be careful with you. Treat you wine, you dine, never play with your heart. Never mistreat you, lead you, come in your life and show you how to play my part. Now I ain't keeping it private, no way I'm sneaking with you. You killing these bitches. I don't see nothing better. All I'm seeing is you. You know you're my baby. If I gotta show you to prove, ain't telling what I might do. Might cover you down, just cover the house up in flower and show them who I wanna lose. Whatever my baby, I'm putting pressure.
I got one more song on the run for I run this country. This is how they used to give me the praise, you know, like real shit.
Whatever my baby, yeah, you know you my baby. Ain't never gotta ask 2 times. Whatever my baby, it's just me versus them. Nobody versus you is whatever my baby. I ain't put nothing to bud, you spoil, you show you how raw this shit can get. Until my change and decline and never decline and purchase whatever you need. Protecting your peace, little baby. Keeping you out of the mix, teach you how to get rich. Just me and you versus the world, nobody else.
We're doing reactions, don't worry about it, but you know I'm just
killing bitches. I don't see nothing better.
Just woke up actually.
You know you're my baby.
Fuck around and nod it off. I'm supposed to go live earlier.
Cover the house up in flower and show them who I wanna lose. Whatever my baby, I'm putting pressure behind your face. Cause I never decline. Whatever my baby, I wanna make you better. Long as I can make you mine. Whatever my baby, yeah, you know you my baby.
I think I told y'all.
Whatever my baby, it's just me versus.
Damn, they wishing death on me. Hold on. What happened, P? Hey, I think I was talking to y'all last night, and I was telling y'all, was it the night before when I was talking about Redbone, light skinned DJ, and the K2 and shit like that? And I said I think my boy was dead. They told me he was dead. He just tapped in. You know, he actually tapped in earlier. You know what I'm saying? He not dead. He back in the box, man. He not dead, he black. I don't have it on live. He not dead, he back in the box, man. So, free that man. Free that man. This my junk that used to get me through jail right here, though. I ain't gonna lie. When he dropped this motherfucker, he came with one.
Also, if I go on like the Drake bill, also if I go on as soon as I hit the gas on that vehicle.
Yeah. I'm gonna lie, DJ. You proud right now.
I let that drink till it's gone. Do it for niggas that's gone. My bitch say I'm never at home. I gotta get it, I'm gone. I'm so out of here, I'm gone. Another atmosphere, I'm gone. Fired up, hit the gas, then hit the gas and I'm gone. Man, I ain't my nigga really gone. I hit the gas and I'm really gone. When I ate it and drink, man, I'm really gone. The bill is strong, man, I'm really gone. I'm gone, man, I'm gone. I'm gone, nigga. Gone, I'm gone. Look, bitch, I said, man, I ain't got nothing to prove. I don't like how I'm rocking, I don't fuck with you. If I'm wrong later, I apologize, but right now, this that don't give a fuck attitude. Just me a double cup of swisher block and a 40 Glock. Bitch, I'm solo thug. A solid 10 going state to state, rockin' show, man. I'm so serious about this. I can smoke a bed, 10 out the bill. I just smoke one for everyone alone. For my niggas that's under a tombstone. For them hitters like down, ain't coming home. Hit the weed in my mind, just open up. I get straight to the ground when I first get up. Try to call like a dirt bike, I love the strut. You'll do this shit too when you come from there. My bitch say I treat her like my soda, that's dirty. When I come home, stay gone, bitch, I'm working. We'll come with this lifestyle. Hit a stupid play when they got ice style. I shoot her on the shoulder, then I point, I swear you gone. Talking pow, 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 I swear you gone. I I sip that drink till it's gone. Do it for niggas that's gone. My bitch say
I was gone, man.
I gotta get it, I'm gone. I'm so out of here, I'm gone. Another atmosphere, I'm gone. Fired up, hit the gas, then hit the gas and I'm gone. Man, I hate my nigga really gone. I hit the gas and I'm really gone. On the 8 of that drink, man, I'm really gone. On the bell is strong, man, I'm really gone. Gone, man, I'm gone. Gone, nigga. Gone. So I'm gone.
It's your matter.
When you walk up, you say you gonna kill him. Get away from around me. Cause you across me, you off me. But you say you real, you done lost me. Man, you fucked up. Yeah, your man gone. Yeah, I'm fucked up. Might not make it home. Throw a party with a bad bitch and fuck her all my songs. Word to her nigga, she gone. And I miss my little ones, they done gone. It's the purple and the yellow, that pack of socks. Going federal, mean I'm going off the wall. All the hate and jealousy, like fuck it all. Coming in with a vengeance, this the payback like a loan. For my city, I'm putting on like a loan. Better safe than sorry where I keep the crown. Right up under my belt, boy, I keep it on. Money if you ain't spending the shit with your people. After that, expect your soldiers to ride for you, you don't feed them. Just sense ain't green. I'm so far gone like the Drake album. I'm so far gone, as soon as I hit the gas on that vehicle. 100 some shots, you got hit twice, you could've been gone. Better pray this a miracle. Drink till it's gone. Do it for niggas that's gone. My bitch say I'm never at home. I gotta get it, I'm gone. I'm so out of here, I'm gone. Another atmosphere, I'm gone. Fired up, hit the gas, then hit the gas and I'm gone. Man, I hate my nigga really gone. I hit the gas and I'm really gone. On the 8 of that drink, man, I'm really gone. The bill is strong, man, I'm really gone. Gone, man, I'm gone. Gone, nigga. Gone. So I'm gone. I'm out of here.
Damn, I ain't on Wi-Fi. Hold on, let me tap that Wi-Fi. Let's see. I'm trying to get to. I probably have to get on the motherfucking desktop. It just say check your internet connection. My internet going strong, Jack. Exactly. Man, fuck this shit, though. We finna get into this live, man. I appreciate y'all being so patient with the player. How do I join? This nigga trying to join. Man, ain't no join. I said jump in the chat, man. He trying to get on the live and shit. He in the box, right? So y'all wanna holler at this nigga? Y'all, hold on. He trying to join. This DJ I was talking about who was in the penitentiary was on that K2. Yeah, you brought up the K2 and I brought up the DJ who was in that motherfucker sick on the K2. Then snuck the K2 back in and then tried it out. Man, that motherfucker sick. I'm gonna get DJ on the interview. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get DJ on the interview. We gonna set the interview up and we gonna talk about West Half. I seen him come in the penitentiary as a young nigga. You know what I'm saying? We got out. I ran into him maybe once or twice when he got out. And then I heard bro was gone. You know what I'm saying? Out of this world. But he said he been locked up for the last 5 years. So we gonna tap in. Here we go though, Tyrie Nichols. Let's get into it, day 4. Wait a minute. Who? Hold 1, 2, 3. Guess I gotta go to day 3 or some shit, maybe. Day 4, bus shit team. State case defense. Damn, what's going on? Ah, okay, I'm watching the actual trial. My bad. I can't watch the actual trial. Let me do an update. What going on, Teresa? Appreciate you tuning in. Oh, yeah. That's what I want to see. Let's check this out. Let's check the EMT out. Man, same, girl. Same, just chilling, just woke up and, said, fuck it, let me jump on this live and fuck with it for a minute. Look at Luka Doncic. This boy look just like Luka Doncic. I said, we got Luka in Memphis, y'all.
Has trauma.
We got Luka Doncic in Memphis.
And also get your what's called a green bag, which is a small oxygen canister. Isn't that the procedure and policy of the Memphis Fire Department when you get off your truck?
Yes, sir, but it's under the guidance of the highest level of care officer.
So it's somebody else's fault. You didn't get the green bag.
I was just instructed by my highest level of care to bring the blue bag.
You're an EMT, right?
Yes, sir.
Emergency medical technician. At this point in your treatment, or treatment under the care of your senior person, has it crossed your mind at this point in the treatment that this patient may need oxygen?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay.
So it's a lot of people that fail Tyrie Nichols, man. Not just the police officers and shit. The EMTs fail Tyrie Nichols. Listen to this guy here. Look at Luka Doncic. Look at baby Luka. Everything I'm saying is for entertainment purpose allegedly too, though.
Are you and the other fellow, the senior fellow, are y'all providing any medical care right now?
Hell nah, he's standing around.
Just overwatching, make sure that it doesn't harm itself.
Ready to
Have
fire
you
a cigarette up.
Other EMT, have y'all laid hands on the patient yet?
Yes, sir, we have.
You have?
Yes, sir.
Okay, mark that time. 8:50 p.m. You are testifying that you have laid hands and begun treatment on the patient, but now you're just observing. Is that what you're telling us?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is that Mr. Nichols' feet flopping around? You need to get up.
I can see, sir. Yes, sir.
Are those Mr. Nichols' feet flopping around?
Yes, sir.
Man, so he was breathing fine. Talking and responding.
Patient right now.
He ain't had no but a couple knots and a busted lip. But it's shit crazy.
I hear the sirens of the unit approaching.
I want to buy your house. I can pay you cash for your house no matter what condition it's in. If you need to sell your...
Well, you volunteered. I didn't ask anything, but since you did volunteer, I need to ask you. So,
Right.
because you hear sirens coming from some direction, you're gonna not treat anymore?
No, sir.
Okay. I didn't know what you meant by volunteering that.
Right.
But you're saying you hear the ambulance coming. Is that what you just said?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I ain't know what he mean. I ain't know what he meant either. Saying that goofball ass shit.
See the man in white tennis shoes?
Yes, sir.
This should be a
Right here, what are you looking for?
This shouldn't be no long trial though.
Police can have his ID.
All right, thank you.
We're gonna run this for a little minute. Then we're gonna jump into some more clips. You know, they got Big U updates. Lil Durk updates. Another murder for hire allegedly.
What did you just ask the senators for?
I don't recall. I wasn't able to hear it in the video.
Has an O2, you an O2 monitor is?
Yes, sir.
Measures
Man, do not be afraid to like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, share. BigTruDat, Label Podcast,
a blood pressure
Memphis
cuff, or
Underground,
any type of monitoring
rapper
equipment
turned
on
blogger,
the patient at this point.
No, sir.
debunking the isms.
I'm sorry, I didn't say it, Mr. Stegel. I'm starting back up at 205-209.
Y'all got any questions for me? Drop them in the chat.
Which one of y'all are observing?
Anything y'all want to talk about, drop it in the
I'm
chat.
facing towards him.
Oh, he's got to see.
Might hear me burp, I'm on a Sprite back here. The Sprite break out them good burps to me, I ain't gonna lie.
Is that Nichols' feet flop around now? He's rolled over on his left side?
Yes, sir.
Did you say earlier that you heard the ambulance siren? Where'd he go?
We can hear it from a long distance away.
Oh, you can hear from a long distance.
Close enough, but we could hear it coming.
All this time, just standing there watching. He flopping in pain.
Is that Mr. Nichols lifting himself, trying to lift himself back up?
Yes, sir.
Is that what you meant when you put your report that he was alert and oriented?
I didn't fill the report out, sir.
Somebody else did.
As far as like the EPCR, no, sir, I didn't fill that out. But my grand jury, yes, sir.
Shit sad.
This is prior to the assessment for alert and oriented was prior to this.
Shit sad.
Like I hear sirens now, do you?
I would say they're a little bit closer at this point.
Yeah. Is that Mr. Nichols now rolled over on his left side?
Yes, sir.
Now he's on his back,
Yes, sir.
rolling on his right side.
Yes, sir.
And where are you?
I'm still standing off screen looking at him.
Looking.
I'm not a doctor or anything. How's that man supposed to be able to breathe if he's laying flat on his back or rolling around on the concrete?
He can still breathe with his airway if he has his neck up. He can still breathe. It's not obstructing his airway.
You did check his airway?
He's able to move around on his own, and he's able to
Flop.
move air.
So it's your position because he's moving, he must be breathing?
Because he's got good pulse and to be able to move on his own, it would be able to. I'm not just an EMT. I'm just very basic.
I'm just very basic. Y'all heard this shit?
I'm gonna move on.
I'm just an EMT. I'm just very basic. I don't know shit.
2054-04-ish.
I'm not supposed to know common sense. I'm just very basic. Goddamn with the EMTs, the police, everybody need to go back and have some training. This man said this shit on the stand. He's just very basic. Band-aids. Pour alcohol on them. Cyber TV, what's going on? You got the EMT on the stand.
How do you hear sirens?
He said he's just very basic. He don't know shit.
You told us you heard sirens. Did you happen to know what time it was?
No, sir, I didn't.
It was 20:51, 3 minutes ago.
3 minutes ago.
I don't know where.
So let me ask y'all something. He said 3 minutes ago, cause this prosecutor is doing a good motherfucking job. Can you hear sirens from about 3 minutes away? I'm just being realistic. 3 minutes away, can you hear sirens coming towards you? Realistic question. Maybe if it's real quiet outside. I don't know.
What did somebody just ask you?
Is he alright?
But you know this.
I'm not going to ask you. But was it a cop or a fire department man that said that?
It wasn't either one of our voices, it was a police officer.
Was he alright? And you said yeah.
Same voice said what?
I didn't catch it.
I'll replay it.
You didn't catch that.
At 20:54:53, a voice that you said is not a fire department person said, "He all right?" You heard that, right?
Yes, sir.
And do you recall someone asking you there that night with your own independent memory?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to hit play, and that same voice asked a follow-up question. If you can please listen. Did you hear that?
It was very quiet. I still didn't catch it.
Did it sound like you sure? You sure?
Oh, I ain't catch
Sure.
that.
Not to my knowledge.
Do you recall that of your own independent recollection that night? Where somebody says, "Is he all right?"
I remember that, yes, sir.
And did you answer that question when that cop asked you that question?
No, sir. I believe I started moving towards the patient and started doing my sternal rub.
But you didn't answer the question with the cop.
No, sir. Not to my knowledge.
Right.
Well, before we go any further,
Is he lying on the stand?
understanding of who is responsible for medical care once you arrive on an active scene?
The
in city of
EMT.
Memphis, working for the Memphis Fire Department. Who's in charge of medical care of whatever patient, whatever suspect, whatever heart attack victim? When you arrive at a crime scene or a police-involved scene, who is in charge of the medical treatment there on that scene?
The highest level of care.
Elmer Fudd language.
In this case, it was the advanced EMT. And the highest level of care assumes the primary care of each and every patient on every scene, regardless of what the scene is.
Then you were not number one guy, you were what, number two guy?
Yes, sir.
And what is the number two guy's role?
The EMT's role, as far as assisting the higher level of care, is considered the gopher. So if the what I mean by that is that if the advanced EMT needs something brought to the scene that wasn't initially brought to the scene, the advanced EMT advises the EMT to go grab that said piece of equipment while he can maintain patient care.
So why they make it seem like it just really some serious shit that, I mean, you got to be, man, ain't shit being an EMT. This dangerous, serious ass job and the qualifications are so low.
Two-man, or as you say, the
This
gopher.
guy don't know shit. He a gopher.
So if Tyrie Nichols was getting no care, no basic life support care, you're telling us and the jury that it's Sandridge's responsibility, not yours. Is that what you're telling us?
That, as far as I don't assume primary care, even if he doesn't completely terminate care, and he would have to relay that to his partner if he doesn't get any
What
signs.
about, this motherfucker ain't hearing no
Is
more?
Tyrie Nichols giving you and Sandridge the signs that he is struggling here at the scene, or are you just going to sit there and say, well, I'm going to wait till Sandridge tells me to do something? Is that what your position was that night?
No, sir.
Well, then what was it? You're an EMT.
This guy dumb as
Hired by
fuck.
this fire department to provide medical care and a secondary gopher level or whatever to victims in Memphis.
Wow.
Who was taking care of Tyrie Nichols while he was laying on the ground?
Nobody.
It was the advanced EMT. He was
Advanced EMT. All right. I'll move on here.
Nobody.
Advanced EMT with his hands in his pocket?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to see how much money you're eligible for?
Look
If
at
you
his
were in a
face.
car crash
Look like
within
he
the
just
last
seen
2
the
years,
ghost. Man, come on, bro. That shit crazy. Up. Luca.
What is that bag that advanced EMT is moving?
That would be the cardiac monitor.
So the cardiac monitor has not been unboxed or unpackaged as of this time?
It was unpackaged and he repackaged it back up earlier in the video.
Okay. Moving on at 20:55 p.m. So he sets the bag down. I'm sure somebody here will be interested. Was that a cop or a fireman that asked, do you have an ETA on your unit?
That was a police officer that asked.
I think we're now at 20:55, and I still don't see an ambulance. Do you?
They just pulled up on the scene. They just arrived on scene, but they haven't made it up to the scene yet.
Wow. They back there talking and chilling instead of getting to the motherfucker who need it. They arrived on the scene, but they not on the scene. He's straight, he breathing, he rolling around.
He was already sitting up.
Crazy.
I had the other officer help me lift him up, and then continue to administer sternal ropes.
We're about to get to the officer setting him up, but as it stands right now, Tyrie Nichols is not sitting up in a recovery position, is he? He's laying flat on the concrete.
I'm guessing they think when the police kick your ass, it ain't no necessary for them to just come deal with
You did see him flopping
they want them
around on the
wounds to
concrete
soak in.
back on the left. You did see that, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
And are you trying to say that Mr. Nichols was able to put himself back up against the car?
No, sir.
Okay. So if Mr. Nichols gets put in a medical recovery position, Mr. Nichols is not going to be able to do it himself, can he?
No, sir.
And so you just heard a voice, and I'm asking you, is it a cop or is it a fireman that said, get him on his butt? Who is that? Was it a cop or a fireman?
That was a police officer.
Why is a police officer telling you to put your patient in a recovery position?
My advanced EMT stepped off, and I was going to maneuver to the other side.
I would go to.
Let's watch this. Is that same officer with the baseball hat on?
Yes, sir.
And then there's another police officer there helping him, is that right?
On the other side.
His family suing the city $550 million. I thought you said 50 million at first. They put an extra 5 in front of that motherfucker. Man.
Yes, sir.
They finna bankrupt us. Shit. That shit really finna go up in Memphis now. I don't understand that comment though. Elmer, do some investigation on what that means, the fall of Black America.
I was saying, hey man, prior to us leaving, I did a sternal rub there.
It might be a hater right there.
He responded to pain.
Where's the advanced EMT you reported to this point?
I just said this shit gonna bankrupt the city. What America around? I'm saying, what you mean by your comment though? Astro Rhino, the fall of Black America.
All right, not a doctor, but if you do a sternal rub on somebody for 15 seconds, is that because the person is gone, what otherwise might be referred to as non-responsive?
I did it multiple times, and then he responded to I believe the third initial time that I did the sternal rub, he responded to pain.
Okay.
Third
You must have missed my point. Do you do sternal rubs on people that are responsive and breathing, healthy?
No, sir.
You use sternal rubs on someone who's non-responsive or unconscious to see if that will stimulate pain so that they'll jerk around, right?
Yes, sir.
So, you've now told us you've done 2 or 3 sternal rubs on this guy, and I'm asking you, that was because Mr. Nichols was unresponsive and looked unconscious, correct?
Yes, sir.
And at this point, has it crossed your mind to put this man on oxygen?
Yes, sir. Now, at this point, then, yes, sir.
You basically just saying anything. I got you.
But where's your oxygen bag?
I feel you.
On the piece of equipment.
What, a block
You
of the
want
road?
to come in red. There you go.
Moving on
I
at
got
20:56:25.
One of them.
That's more sternal rub, isn't it?
I'd be forgetting I can't
What you
see
doing?
that.
Did you hear Mr. Nichols speak to me? That's more sternal rub, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
I don't see anybody going to get an oxygen bag.
My advanced EMT hadn't returned back to me at this point.
Earlier when I asked you where he went, you said you didn't know where he went. So are you trying to tell us now that you figured out that he must have gone back for the oxygen bag?
No, sir. That's just, he hasn't came back to where we were. At this point, I still don't know where he's at.
All right. Hit and play again at 205.
I'm saying, where do your common sense kick in and go? Like, if there was your brother down there, would you be waiting on the head EMT?
Yes, sir.
Or you'll be doing everything you knew how to do in your power to make sure that he was in the best possible situation he could be. It didn't make sense, man. Waiting around. You're supposed to be assisting, you're supposed to be assisting that man.
Did he say his oxygen is low?
Still hard for me.
Nah, let him get his ass
Do you have any independent recollection that night that black officer with the baseball hat on said,
Nah, you straight, you straight.
When I first started asking you these questions, you said you don't remember any cop saying anything to you about oxygen. Does that refresh your recollection?
Yes, sir.
Let's see. What's up?
Wait a minute. Is that advanced EMT Sandridge that I see moving around behind the black cop?
Hold on. Let me see what's going on.
Yes, sir.
So he's come back?
Yes, sir.
Did he bring the ring back with him?
No, sir.
So when you saw that he didn't bring the oxygen bag back with him, did you run to go get the oxygen bag?
Yes, sir, I did.
Hold that thought. You heard that black cop just said? He said he got low oxygen. Did you hear that?
I said you almost made me tear your ass on because you came in here bullshitting. You not. That's what I said. Can you hear me now? I don't know about that sense of humor of yours. You know what I'm talking about? I said you one of them. You one of them. What the fuck? Full America. I said you wanted your comments read. They read now. You one of them. Can you hear me now? You one of them. A troller. A motherfucker who just types shit on the screen so a motherfucker can read it. All right.
Hear that?
I heard it, yes, sir.
Oh. So that's at least 3 times I've heard the same officer with the black baseball hat on say something about low oxygen to you.
I was getting the O2 bag at this point. I ran into the paramedic.
You think you're all getting the oxygen bag?
Yes, sir. I know at one point I did.
At one point.
Let's see if this refreshes your recollection. When the
We
ambulance
finna switch
arrived,
the topic though in a second. We finna switch the
man in
topic
charge
out on the topic we
was
going
that
to.
guy, wasn't
They talking that reckless shit on there. There's a whole lot of yada yada going on. So, you know, going back to Texas with it.
You testified when you went to go get the stretcher, you took the green bag, the oxygen bag, for the first time.
Yeah, go and get his ass out of here. I don't even like reading all them emojis and shit.
I'm sorry.
Ain't nothing even funny. You laugh. I don't even like shit like that. That's female shit. I went outside. Ha 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 ha. Man, get that weak ass shit out here. You ain't said nothing funny.
Yes, sir.
Laugh, just be laughing.
Even after you went to get the green bag and then came back with a stretcher, you still didn't come back with a green bag, did you?
Not an emoji, man. Get your ass out of here.
It has an O2 bottle and nasal cannulas and non-rebreathers on the back of them.
All right. Judge, I want to go through this portion of the video because this is
Question, check. I got a question. Hookahs. Is that for men or women? I believe hookahs are for women. Other than, like, maybe if you over there in India or some shit like that and you meditating. Because I remember I was in the store and it was one of the little Indian guys told me, he might not have been Indian, he might have been Pakistani. He from over that type of way though. You know what I'm saying? And he said that most of the hookahs that they have in America are for women. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it. So he's like, just think of the designs and shit like that. He's like, back home, they don't smoke hookahs like that. The ones they use are not like that. So I just can't see myself just blowing out a trail of goddamn smoke like that. You know, but yeah. Back to it.
Therapy has always been such a scary idea to me because I simply did not know where to get started. I didn't know how to find my person.
DJ Awesome.
All right, let me go to Mr. Beans's. Did y'all find it on? That's okay. Now, no, hold on. Matt, speak with co-counsel, my client from on the home.
I smoke cigarettes. If I'm gonna smoke tobacco, I'm gonna just
I'm through.
I see I got that same little trusty mic she had. Yeah.
I'll ask the witness.
It's very drug. Yes. You said that you remember riding to the St. Francis Hospital.
Yes, sir.
And you said you remember.
We'll get a few minutes of this thing. We finna switch the topic. Switch the topic. Let's switch the topic.
And if Darius Banks stand up.
Darius Banks.
Seeing the face that we've been.
He represent them.
Yes, sir. He looks familiar.
Does that look familiar? He looks familiar.
Yes, sir.
But you didn't know him by name or anything that night?
No, sir.
But if I tell you that that was the person in that vehicle, would you disagree with that?
No, sir.
He looks like it.
Yes, sir.
And do you remember him at any point doing anything to obstruct the ability to administer care to Mr. Nichols, who had been in the back of the ambulance?
No, sir. Not that I recall. No, sir. He was in front of the ambulance, so no, sir.
Right. And when you would have seen him at the hospital, was he in the way?
No, sir.
Man, this nigga ain't talking about shit.
Try to do anything to
I'm just saying. That's the attitude I get him. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to.
No, sir. The first time I saw him,
Get your ass on.
we call ambulances units.
Fuck all that what they did after the fact. We talking about what they
Did
did.
you ask him any questions about the condition of Mr. Nichols?
Not that I recall.
Do you recall asking him anything about what would have happened on the scene prior to you arriving?
Goofball ass shit.
And you would have been.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, my bad. Which Godfather best? One or two? One or two? I think that's the clip.
Lost her life in that situation as well.
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of people, that was the moment that it really seemed unbelievably horrible.
How much you think like I lost my brother? That's how I look at that baby. That's my niece. She feel like I lost my brother. You know what I'm saying?
And you just immediately felt like you understood who was probably responsible for it?
Fuck no. Hell no. So, man, cause I beef with it so. See, cause I ain't never did nothing. I couldn't believe that he was even do it. I just knew it had to have been some mistake or something like that till I seen the video and it was like, oh, confirm my name. It's something else.
Gonna come back at some point, or you feel like you lost a part of yourself? Bro, I totally forgot. Yayo is one of the funniest, best personalities.
Dear Dr. Ng, my missing teeth isolated me from the world. I trusted Clear Choice, and you gave me back.
He did only this on Instagram. He did only this when they in a rap song or something like that. Now I'm there for real in real life. The real about the everything about the fake, man. He's just not a real. We just don't mix. That's why he like my ops. You know what I'm saying?
But y'all was cool at one point, and then supposedly the scoot up catchphrase or some shit like that. Nigga said that you started saying it, and
nah, that's just too many blogs you don't watch. This
Might be Nelson. I heard some different shit today though. You know what I'm saying? He really was kind of going in. Okay, this is.
This is like a different level of beef though, because I'm listening to interviews and I'm hearing you sort of celebrate Peso getting robbed out here. I can't imagine like
jump in the comment section, y'all.
Celebrating you getting locked up and shit. I mean, this usually you don't hear rappers really like emphasizing these specific events.
You know got shot the other day. He was trying to say that CJ Casino was like trying to take credit for it.
Man, everybody gonna claim something, man. My brother died, he got killed by everybody. I done heard all kinds of conspiracy theories. That's when you know, that's when all I had to do was tell my people, I said, damn, bro, this shit this big. For they making conspiracy theories about my brother getting killed in December. You know what I'm saying? This is just street shit. This is just normal shit that happened. My niece died. That's what blew that shit up so bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what blew that shit up so bad because my niece died. But that's what's going on in the streets. You know what I'm saying? That shit just, we don't want to gotta deal with that pain. No, nobody else gotta deal with that shit.
I mean, from your perspective, like that becoming such a big story and having all these people that probably never even heard of Ronnie before that discussing it, does that make it worse or does it make it seem like positive that there's just that much more attention on it?
I knew I was maturing when I was young, I ain't like that shit with my cousins acting. I ain't like the fake love. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew it was fake. But now that I do what I do, I don't even care about fake love. I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn if fake love or not. You can just show me love. I don't care if it's fake or not.
But that shit being in all the blogs and everything, you gotta read all these comments.
Man, them comments. Don't nobody gotta deal with that shit but us. Them niggas don't give a fuck about that shit no more. Yeah, they gonna be like, damn, bro, that shit, what happened to bro and his baby. But they gonna move right on. It ain't they like, they don't know us. We gotta deal with this shit every day, forever. These people I'm gonna miss forever. So, I go, hell yeah, post my brother. Hell yeah, I want the motherfucking, the black cowboys and shit, all that shit, Black Rodeo, post my brother. Hell yeah, Adam 22, post my bro. Vlad, everybody, academics, Shade Room, TMZ, CNN, whatever. Everybody, hell yeah, post my nigga. We everywhere, man. Don't care how this shit happened. That's what my brother would have did. He would have thought like that. Bitch, you gotta keep going, nigga. This shit everywhere now.
Yeah, that shit comes with it, I guess. The becoming famous.
It ain't supposed to come with it. I could have rapped about something else. Yeah, you talking about Shabuzi ain't got to deal with this at all.
Yeah.
On the set.
Do you have some regrets with some of the past decisions you probably made when you jumped in the rap game?
Strawberry, what going on? Yo, we letting these interview gas him up too much. Oh, definitely.
I'm posting. Yeah.
But then it go back to what I said though. Is it the interviewer or is it the person? Because I do interviews myself. And if your shit in you, it's gonna come out. Yayo said he 28 years old. He be on this bitch talking like he's just a young nigga. But you 28. Maybe the 28 ain't the same 28 no more. But you got sense though. If you done made it to this point in life, like he said, if you done made it to this point in life, to where you are even getting some type of monetary gain off your talent, then you know you got some sense. So I mean, hey, I think it's more so right now is
just people.
This was working. Just like I said about Big Meat. Big Meat got to open up with the interviews, keep that bag rolling. The music slow. He getting paid off this shit. Lil Ronnie is one of the biggest subjects for him right now. You hear how he talking about his niece like that. I mean, I wonder, did he treat it like that in the real world? You know, like, instead of just talking about it in afterlife, like, what did he treat it like his niece when she was alive?
It's people I want back. Yeah. That's all I say then. It's just people I want back, but I never be in the position I was in if I didn't do some of the shit I did, good or bad.
Is it like a survivor's remorse type of thing? Where you feel
then
like
you're the second person to tell me that. I don't even know what that means.
It's like a situation where like you lit and shit might have happened because, you know what I'm saying, antics of shit that you've done and you still around and you lost people because of situations and like this is gone and you still here, so like you got to deal with it.
You hear it about like soldiers and shit where it's like if you're the one guy out of your troop that survives and 20 other dudes that you were with every day get killed, and sometimes people just have a hard time dealing with the reality of the fact that they survived and all these other people didn't.
Like how you was just saying that Ronnie wasn't on that if anything, niggas would expect it to be you type shit, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, I got that then. But that's crazy. Think about that though. Think about how y'all two just bust that down to me.
Yeah.
That's really my life. Y'all don't think that's crazy than a bitch?
I don't know though. He might be a little slow.
But it's a common thread.
That's why I'm just gonna say it's not even just.
He might be a little slow though, cause how he just that was enlightening to him. Think how y'all just bust that down to me. Like he just had a epiphany. That was the shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker don't even know.
Even just me, nigga. It's a bunch of people going through exactly what I'm going through, nigga. That shit with Durk scared me, nigga. We just talking about that shit. That shit scared me. Shit like that, nigga. What the
Bama, what going on?
You gonna lose, bro? We get rich and then go down like that?
Kind of burnt this little
Come on, man. This shit gets scary.
Even before Durk got the Fed case, it was like so many people in his life, from his brothers to his managers, etc., were getting killed, and it's like they can't get to Durk, so all these people associated with him who can't move around with security and shit were just getting killed, and I'm sure that fucked him up bad.
Nah, this shit crazy. This shit different.
Shit, well, another big situation is we talking about Durk. Shit, they charged Yellow Beezy with the murder of Mo3. Where was you at when you heard that?
Here we go.
I was in the feds.
And what you thought about when I know you seen him probably in the feds?
That shit fake.
We ain't going for it.
Yeah. That shit fake, man. Yellow, come on. If I don't take 5 years to convict nobody for no murder, it's Texas. If they thought that man did, they would have picked him up 5 years ago. That's just the internet and shit, bro. People trying to play detective on on Facebook and shit like that.
Well, it's really like one of the shooters trying to blame it on.
But yeah, but that's because that's what the talk been. So it's like that's how police come up with schemes like that, man. Police come up with schemes like that. Why it takes so long for you to say that? It don't take 5 years. You knew 5 years ago you want to come home, nigga. So what makes you come now?
Yeah.
It don't make sense. You know that shit fake. We're gonna come from under that. He gonna come from under that.
Yeah, that was wild. To see BZ like handle that shit so professionally for all those years, like never spoke about it really in interviews and really like downplayed all the beef.
I hate how people hype beef up, then when shit get real, they want to play victim and shit like that. Cause goddamn, cuz rapping about people that we really lost. You know what I'm saying? I'm close to Trap. They're my nigga. Some people he missing and shit like that. I thug with them folks, nigga. I miss them folks. So it's just like everybody rapping them songs and shit. Like when they rapping that gangster shit out there, you talking about people I know for real.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about Cuz though, cause he dead.
Then
But
proceeds
shit,
to
nigga,
talk
that's how I
about it.
feel. Fuck him. He ain't give a fuck about my people, nigga. That's it.
You're talking about who?
3.
Yeah.
Damn, for real. It's like
Yeah,
that.
you talking about.
Y'all had a friendship though before, cause I seen Rainwater.
Man, ain't cool with none of them niggas. Fuck them niggas.
Rainwater was just saying in the interview that him and Lil Ronnie was first cousin.
Have you ever wondered how the world's currencies are traded? The foreign exchange market, also known as the Forex market, is the...
They got the same last name.
Now look.
Is Rainwater a misinformation expert?
Man,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Rainwater
connected with
is
everything.
he like a Dame Dash. That's genius, bro. He gotta get rich, bro. Mo 3 couldn't do that shit without him. Mo 3 was a fat, dirty, ugly.
But he didn't answer the question. I see
Rap
it.
good as hell though. Out rap all of us. That's why he was mad. That's why he hated. I'm just a little young badass shit just talking. I'm talking rapping
didn't answer the
some gangster
question.
shit and I'm popping. Fucking all the hoes you want, looking good. Trap really on that, having that shit, putting it in your face, yelling and goddamn blowing up, making these girl songs and shit, club songs. We outside in the mix. We doing everything you want to do, and you really out rapping us. You know what I'm saying? Just talent wise, you beating us.
Just
So,
wait
but you
till the
losing
academic
and everything
video
else
drop.
because you lame, really.
Who was
So you
about
got
him?
jealous. That's where that shit came from.
Talking about the academic and Durk.
He felt like he was better than us at rapping. Like, what he doing? Because he could out rap us. I feel like that. 3 could out rap us. He was hard.
Yeah.
Bitch could rap his motherfucking ass off. Rap hard in the bitch. He just was lame. So he couldn't do the other parts of it.
You
You
were
know what I'm
honest.
saying?
That
So when
was
he finally
honest.
started
He could
catching on,
out-rap
getting his
us.
wave and shit like that, he tried to put his foot on Trap yelling them that. You see, he kind of stayed away from me. It was different.
Why you think that was?
Cause yelling trap not gonna do the shit that he doing to them, back to them. Cause that's not their character. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas get money, players, sit back out the way ass niggas, boss niggas. How they supposed to move, you know what I'm saying? I was a young nigga on bullshit. I'm gonna give you everything you wanna do. Where you can pull up, what you wanna do, all that shit the young niggas be doing now, I was doing that back then. We pull up right now live wherever you wanna meet at. We do whatever. That's the type of shit I'm on.
Yeah.
That's why he was staying away from shit like that, because Rainwater is a genius to tell him, nah, stay away from him, don't say nothing back to him.
He didn't ever deny that Rainwater was Lil Ronnie cousin though. Hold on, y'all. We're gonna go to the Durk update if y'all don't mind. I got a Durk update. I'm still facing life. I might have to go back to I know y'all don't be fucking with him, but he be up to date. That's where I seen it at. It ran across my my screen. Excuse me. It ran across my screen.
So all in my inbox, right? We have been getting messages upon messages. Nash, what about the second murder for hire? That's the one, if Lil Durk beat this one, that's what's gonna screw him out of there. I'm gonna be fair, square, obvious, and honest. Spoiler alert. It seems
You got paper.
like they have Lil Durk.
Yeah, 46.
But I know I'm gonna be, bro, you listen to me. It's
Ring, make it, ring, girl, make it.
You a motherfucker with yourself, yo.
Yeah, she's definitely.
Style them out, Debo.
So, before we get started, I already did the work so that you don't have to. For everybody reacting on YouTube, Clubhouse, Instagram, Facebook, Tickety Tot, whatever it is. I did the work so you don't have to. Let me show you why this video is highly important. Take a look at these 3 dockets, and I'm going to tell you. Pay attention to the numbers. But if you forget, I'll bring you along. Check this out. So, in the highlighted section of this,
First
right,
thing come
you
through.
have USA versus Mitchell. This is Brick Baby. On the bottom part right there, I want y'all to say 00576, right? Big U's. 00576. Because y'all know Big U as Henley Jr. Are y'all catching a theme real quick? 00576. Well, if you haven't, show you the first person to plead out. 00576, right there on the right-hand corner. Christian Forbes, aka Bus. Why is that important? Well, there you go, right there. Bottom right corner, second one. Christian Forbes, aka Bus. Now I know what y'all wondering. Seti Nash, why in the world is this important? Well,
yeah, I just said 2 big ass.
Let's get further into it. So, Christian Forbes, aka Bus, is essentially a Cody
Academics Go Yayo interview. Okay.
and Brick Baby. Or he just got picked up. What he is known as far as his indictment, I don't know him, ain't never met him, don't want to meet him. He's known essentially as a gun runner. And since he's a gun runner, it gets interesting. I did the heavy lifting so y'all don't have to. So the YouTube reactions, the Tickety Talk reaction, the Twitter reaction, aka X, the Instagram's reaction, the Clubhouse people and all that, I've done the hard work for you so that you don't have to. He's not in the paperwork, and the guns that he allegedly had are in nobody's paperwork. Now, some of y'all are going to say, well, you know, Seti Nash, he might snitch, he might whatever. The problem with snitching, I want y'all to understand this, is when they snitch, they don't have deals already set up. Goes against everything. But he is the first one to plead out as far as the whole entire Rico, whose name is brought up. So I'm not going to put a snitch jacket on him without any freaking proof. Just like y'all try to put that on Brick. As far as you can tell in what we read, Brick has a public defender who doesn't have enough time to review the case. Brick can literally get an appeal and say, hey, y'all sent me up the river with this lawyer who did not have enough time to review my case. You have literally screwed me over. And that is grounds for an appeal because that's not effective counsel. But as far as Bus goes, the guns that he is alleged to have sold, not on anybody's paperwork. I think when they did Big U Rico, because it's not a rolling 60s indictment, they just snatched up whoever they needed to snatch up.
Y'all still think
some people were just in the cross.
Y'all still
as a sniper, like being able to see
think
something,
the Luka Doncic,
the intent
damn, I
behind
ain't mean to
it
do
was
that.
more personal.
Y'all still think the Luka Doncic trade was good?
Before we get started, I already did the work so that you don't have to. For everybody reacting on YouTube, imprisonment. 3 years period of supervised release, a fine of $250,000 or twice the gross gain or gross loss resulting from the offense, whichever is greatest, and a mandatory special assessment of $100. Oh, wow. Defendant understands that supervised release is a period of time following imprisonment during which defendant will be subject to various restrictions and requirements. Defendant understands that if defendant violates one or more of the conditions of any supervised release imposed, defendant may
What y'all think about
for all or part of the term of
the dude that did the
release
prank call
authorized
to
by
Shador?
statute?
Now I heard a lot of people saying he should have been locked up and he got fined. They fined the team and all that old shit, but how y'all feel about this situation? You gotta wait a little longer.
Doug.
You'll be back. Emus can't help people customize and save hundreds on cars.
Yeah, I don't think he supposed to went to jail. It was just stupid shit.
Or maybe 6 months.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, they want
Academics, Drew Finley.
to do a life sentence before he would say one word on anybody.
Yeah,
so
I think that people were super surprised. We heard no statement from him.
Nothing.
Even when they claimed that there was an attack on him.
Oh, they fired him?
Members in the
I didn't know they
Still
fired
nothing.
him. I thought they fined the team.
Never told on anyone else.
Oh, he made his daddy lose his job.
And essentially got out pretty much on time served, right?
Yeah. I mean,
They didn't fire him, right?
Did a little bit of time. But the big thing is that we got the district attorney.
I had to go
The
put
big
his
thing we
ass
wanted
out.
was her to write a letter to the parole board. saying
Trust
no
funds,
objection.
over it, out the wheel,
That was
right
the, That was
now.
the linchpin that we fought for.
Take the junior off your name.
Okay, we got to get started because I got to get into all of this. Okay. This might take a while. All these cases, I feel like I've covered so much.
Okay.
But anyway, welcome to another
All right,
episode of
son.
Off the Record Podcast. Woody Academics in the building. I'm here with the $1 billion lawyer himself. One of listen, they say heroes, some true heroes don't really wear capes, and this guy wears. I can't imagine how much that suit costs. Okay, I'm here with one of the greatest lawyers in the land, representing some of the biggest hip hop artists in the world, and he's done a fine job with almost everything I've ever seen him associated with. I'm here with none other than Drew Finley himself, man. How you doing, brother?
Great to be here, man. Thank you so much for having me.
Great to have you, man.
So, question before we get into this. Is this a good or a bad thing? I understand lawyers do this shit for promotion, so they always want to be in the spotlight. He represents a lot of entertainment clients. So, is this a good thing? You know, starting to speak on podcasts and do interviews and, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that a good thing? Or it don't matter because the track record speaks for itself. His track record speaks for itself. And it's just another way of, you know, bringing in business.
Tell me if I'm wrong, and I don't know if lawyers kind of are chummy like this, but I've said this on my stream a lot of times. I said, there's like a big three, right? You know, I know Kendrick says he don't like the big three, but there's a big three of lawyers. And I say from the Atlanta area. That's where you operate, right?
Yeah. But I'm everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, well, we see you everywhere now. You're in New Jersey. I say we got Drew Finley, Brian Steele, and Steven Seagal. And I say that's the three. There might be others, I don't slight anyone, but those are the three. Every time I'm seeing huge cases and I'm seeing favorable results, I'm like, these are the guys you need to call. Am I right with that?
Well, those are great lawyers. I'm a cheerleader of everybody that does this profession. As we talked about earlier, you know, I was president of the National Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers. So I'm a criminal defense lawyer, man. I bleed for the women and men of my profession. So those are great lawyers. But my community is filled with other as well, really dedicated, hardworking people that do cases that, you know, you and even I don't know about, but they're in the trenches every day. They're fighting tough murder cases, not getting paid. I'm a big supporter of public defenders. So I kind of I call myself the socialist lawyer. I kind of put us all in an equal plane. And if things work out well for some of us, then that's cool. I celebrate everybody.
Yeah,
but I hear
makes sense.
You're not gonna do that here. Like I've seen you work some magic, and we're gonna get into it. I do want to kind of get started with your history though, because how does one? And I do know a bunch of aspiring attorneys who they want to be the person that's repping
Lil
the
Durk?
stars.
Okay,
How do you get to elevate to that position where the rich,
Lucci.
famous, the stars or rappers or whoever else, usually celebrities, that they're calling your line to have you defend their freedom, something they probably cherish the most? How do you get to that point?
Yeah, so that's a great question, and I give speeches all over the country, and I always get asked that question. I think a few rules. One, you got to try cases. Like, you got to be in front of the people, and you have to be savvy in front of a jury. You have to be somebody that can be a true persuader of people, and all people, not just lawyers, just not the media.
Who all in the chance feel like they could have been a good lawyer in another life? Who all feel like they could have been a good lawyer in another life, defense attorney in another life? Or would you been a better prosecutor or a defense attorney?
But really talking to 12 people, trying to convince them that somebody that's charged with murder with 5 eyewitnesses is not guilty of those charges. And so you've got to be a great persuader of people. And the only way to do that is to get in there and from the moment you have an opportunity to try as many cases as possible. The other thing is, don't try to be one of the famous people. Like when you and I talk today, we're going to talk about Gucci. He's just rage rip. CEOP, I tell him all the time, I don't even know who that is, because here's Henry's son, Pierre. Coach K, man, you're Kevin to me. You got to remember that anybody that's famous, Lil Baby is just Dominique. And I talked to him on the way over here. It's Dominique. You have to relate to them as the person they are, not the performer they are.
So this Lil Baby lawyer, so they let you know.
The other thing I tell lawyers is, like, if you're going to represent people in the music industry, man, don't sit there and fly to Dubai so you can take Instagram pictures and look like a rapper. That's just stupid. The great people in this industry, they want you to be a great lawyer. I mean, these people that are successful in music and in hip hop, they're freaking brilliant. Like, I can't finish Roses are red, violets are blue. But man, they can just string shit together over and over again. I saw on one of the shows that one of my favorite people, John Kirk, the baby, he was on some show and he just started freestyling for like 3 minutes. I don't know, something crazy.
No, he's good at that.
I called him up and I'm like, you're crazy, you're so amazing. And I know because of our relationship that guy's got like an IQ off the charts. And so they all share that in common. They're all young and brilliant people. And so they're looking at your lawyer skills. They are observing whether or not you have a crisp cross-examination, whether you communicate effectively to a judge. So you gotta be the best lawyer you can.
Track record.
With those folks.
You bring up a very interesting point. So, like, what you're describing to me, you have a charisma about you, but I don't.
I'm really trying to get into the Durk shit. I don't really want.
That was the correct thing to do.
Are there ever cases where you look at the allegations and you're like, hey, y'all want to party?
It's DJ Academics, man. Make sure y'all go tune into it.
RICO cases.
Okay.
I've always said, I think federal RICO specifically, but really any conspiracy case, even if it comes and originates in state court, they're kind of made and fitted that it's pretty much almost just impossible to be outright. So you end up with
this is once again DJ Academics.
So long because they're usually so loaded it takes a while.
Reference point.
Or even if you don't get found guilty of all of the things alleged in there, you'll get found guilty of some of these, like what's called predicate offenses or whatever. Like 1 or 2 of them. You know what I'm saying? You might be the top one, but then you still get found. It's still RICO. It feels like it's been a target to, or they're using it against rappers more and more, right? What are your thoughts about it? What's your strategy as an attorney?
That was a good question.
For it? And what advice do you have to rappers who are scared of it?
Yeah, wow. Got like that, right? Got 45 minutes.
That's a good question.
Roller coasters, can't we? Take off.
Let's go.
That's a good question right there, though.
Let me tell you what RICO is. I love baseball. Okay, and there was an era in baseball where baseball was like all the games were like 1-0, 2-0, and everybody stopped going to games, and then everybody started shooting up steroids. And everybody was just hitting home runs out of the freaking park.
Man, Mark McGuire.
Exactly. It made baseball easier. It made hitting a baseball easier. It just did. All of a sudden, no one could get to 61 home runs. Now 61 was bullshit. Everybody was just like getting close, and then bam. That's what RICO is. RICO is for the weak-leg prosecutor that's scared of losing.
because they know it makes things easier, because you don't have to prove those offenses, you just have to show a pattern of behavior. And so RICO to a prosecutor is steroids to a baseball player in the 90s. It just makes their job easier. And so then you combine that with this crazy madness template in Fulton County, Georgia, right? I mean, the same template, if you took YFN, YSL, the former President of the United States, and 3 other indictments I can show you right now, and just lay them down next to one another, it's the same thing.
The current president.
Right, I'm sorry, back to that time, with the indictment, 45 and 47. But at the time of the indictment down, he was a former president. Exactly. You're exactly right. If you took them down and you laid them down side by side, they're all the same. It's the same template. And that template is what took forever to try a case. And it just it just drags on and it drones on. And the reason why, at least in the music industry, it is such bullshit and so unfair, if you look at some of those overt acts, like a picture. I mean, it would be literally a picture at a gas station, okay? Like I have them, of clients. So a client goes to their old neighborhood, takes a picture, and now they're going back there. The Instagram picture is an overt act to support a RICO allegation. And so these predicate acts are what take so long, and why you have these cases that take 6 months, 9 months, a year to try.
That's just so the interesting thing, and I read
I want to hear about Durk, though.
He's
Knock, knock.
I really want to hear about
Hi
Durk.
there. I'd love to show you what a K-12 powered school is really like. Step inside.
He's violating this case, the house arrest situation in Utah, but that's federal. Also, there's a gun case. That's the main case for that. And you came in and you got something I've never seen before. It was like, hey, we're doing this global plea, and I saw you. I think you were virtual in one of the cases. A boy called me like 2 days before. So, you know what I mean? Like I'm the media, and I love both guys.
And I don't even, it literally does not even enter my mind space. I'm just fighting for everybody as they come to me. My office is Switzerland. I mean, we're a safe space. We're a neutral space. I mean, if you come to my office, you got to come. When you're in Atlanta, I try to make it like a place that everybody enjoys coming to. Cool artwork. We support the local graffiti community. And I don't look at it like that. I don't pick anybody one side of this.
So basically, he makes most of his money in the urban community. So he's going to cater. His cadence is going to be for the urban community.
You go to jail and haven't done anything wrong. Nobody wants anybody to be in a cage, or they don't need to be in a cage. Maybe they have disagreements out in the street about music or whatever it is, and do their thing and whatever it is. But when it comes to being caged for bullshit cases, nobody wants to see anybody rock a cage, eat shitty food, be in an overcrowded jail for 3 years, waiting to go to court because the prosecutor can't pull their shit together. Nobody wishes that on anybody. And they know that when they come to me, I'm going to do nothing but fight for them for the best, man. And I'm just not thinking about you in front of me. Like, I'm being very, when it comes to Kentrell Gold and Youngboy, man, I think very much about that young kid that AmeriCorps came and saw when he was young. Like, I look at him and I look in his eyes and I see that, like, that young kid that just had fame and fortune so early. And I just want to do everything I can to help get to him.
To my biggest artist.
And the next person, I get the phone call on Durk, same thing. Never heard anything but good things about him.
You have to compartmentalize it, because when you get deeper into just the allegations in the case,
biggest client,
they're accusing Durk of doing something to someone who's affiliated with Youngboy, right? And that might, then just put you in a little bit of a pickle, because again, you kind of just represented one guy, now you're representing this other guy who, going back to the takeoff situation, right?
Business.
Like, you would recuse yourself from that one. But here, probably just not as close, and you're just doing what you do an amazing job at defending, innocent people. But do you kind of get into that situation where you're like, oh, snap, this guy was kind of accused in a roundabout way of doing something to someone who could have been associated with the last guy I represented? I don't want to be in a position where they're asking me things like, yo, hey, so what about, or they even blame me, like, well, you got that guy off, you better get me off, or you picked a side or something.
Yeah, so before everybody, I represented King Von.
Yeah, that is true. Rest in peace,
So
Davon Bennett.
I don't even look at it that way. You know,
You just look at the money.
Literally never even entered my mind.
Did you represent him for the Atlanta case, the shoot one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which case went away.
Definitely went away.
The way how they just unceremoniously just dropped it.
Yeah. Not that I had worked, this when I was involved in the case. And so that whole notion of a conflict never really, never entered my mind.
Could you clear one? And I'm sorry for cutting you off. Could you clear one thing up with that? Because there's so much internet chatter about that case. There's some people who feel like, hey, Durk basically blamed it on Vaughn since he died, and that's why the case went away. Could you give us a little bit more clarity to just how that case was resolved from your perspective?
Yeah, so I can't because a lot of that has been wrapped up in our protective order, so I can't even talk about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Not that it's part of the case, but it is in a segment of information that I'm prohibited from talking about.
Okay, so now you get the call from Durk.
Okay, here we go.
This is a tough one.
Yeah.
I've seen the works of miracles. I think this might be part of the Red Sea if you get it done. Me, I'm a notorious pocket watcher, and I think this is the best time to do it. Can we get some? It doesn't have to be about this Durk situation, but what does the $1 billion lawyer call it if somebody says, "Yo, I've been hit with a RICO," or "Yo, they say I murdered someone," or "Hey, they say I'm up for some type of sex trafficking." Seeing that some of these guys are probably going to be willing to take it to trial, what figure do you normally kind of throw out there that they know that's where we're at? Right?
Yeah. Man, I'm not going to answer that, but let me say, I love the way it Oh man, it was presented.
I set it up too.
God, it was presented beautifully.
I heard $3 million though. I heard you got $3 million for 1 month of work before.
That was presented very nicely, man.
No comment on that one?
So
New York Times put that out.
So let me say this.
Give a man $3 million. You want to go home.
One of the things that's unique about our office is, as you know, most criminal defense attorneys want 2 people. I mean, we have 2 lawyers.
I'm bailing out his house, Judge.
Come in, they're using, there's so many cases going on. People come in and they want to use one of the other lawyers in the Finley law firm. I mean, they don't even meet with me because everybody else has established a great reputation. So I'm not meeting with everybody. Not everybody is using me. But in terms of setting a fee, one of the things that we do that I think is a little bit different is it takes us a while to set a fee. We have to really look into the case. I have never charged a consultation fee, whatever they call it. Never done that one time in my life.
Really?
Oh man, I'm gonna charge you for like 1 hour to sit and talk.
Well, what's the hourly fee at, man? I've heard Taco Pina say he's taxing them at like $3,000 an hour or $2,500. I'm like, whoa. Hit him over the head. Well, why don't you? I've heard top tier lawyers. We're talking about the 1,200 range and above. So if we're talking about the good guys, now if you get somebody below 1,000, they could be good as well. But the top tier guys charge.
Yeah. So most individuals can't do an hourly, right? Because an hourly can grow so exponentially, man. It's like an hourly. Is like the movie Alien. It starts with 1, then it's 2, then it's 4, then it's 8, then it's 16, and before you know it, the bills are out of control. And when you're fighting for an individual, it's very, very difficult to get to that point where you're like, hey, we're going to trial, man. Here, here's my hours. So you got to be really careful. There are certain clients that are famous clients that are like a corporation, and you can't, but very few and far between. I don't care how well you're doing. Because it could start creeping into the 7 figures quickly. And so you got to really hit a number. When you do hourly, yes. I mean, our hourlies, mine's well over 2,000, but it's got to be the right case. And when it's the right case, then the person that's paying that, they don't really give a shit that it's over $2,000 an hour. They just want you to fight for their freedom.
Yeah.
But you have to let them know, like from a business standpoint, like, hey, we're going to do it hourly. Like, boom, at the end of a day, it could be with associates, you just had a $27,500 day. That's why hourlies are very, very tricky. And so But we're different because we have a team of people. So there's so many cases going on, and my people are like winning cases left and right, and they're not charging that.
So do you guys usually be like, hey, listen, yo, you caught an attempted murder. This is $250,000. We're gonna take care of it all the way throughout. Whether we get a plea, whether we go to trial, whether this thing gets dropped, like just flat fee. Is that how you guys?
Yeah. There's a lot of flat fees, and a lot of times there won't be like a separate fee for trial because you know generally speaking, sometimes there is or there's a fee like if a trial goes past a certain amount of time. You don't want to wind up in a wide trial. But
no offense, but if you're paying more than $30 a month on car insurance, you're getting ripped off. Everybody knows you can buy car insurance.
Don't do crime.
It's not uncommon to not have.
It all goes back to that. Do not do crime, man.
Another $50,000.
More productive being on the streets.
So for the everyday person, you really have to do a set fee, which is the ethical way to do it. And we never have anybody complaining ever.
What about, okay, you're representing the rapper, his income's now cut off, he got bills, his mama, 15 baby mamas want money, he's kind of tapped out, but he's hitting you with the IOU. He's like, yo, you get me off of this junk, my first day out song and that record deal, I'm gonna pay you back on the back end, my brother.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen.
Zero chance, man.
None of that. You're not invested in it.
I love them, but not that much. Plus, it's unethical. You can't have a contingency in a criminal case.
Yeah, no IOUs. Okay.
No IOUs, because that
never. They don't call it for nothing.
All right. And plus, you just don't want to be a bill collector in the middle of the case.
True.
That's a bad situation.
True.
Just take the money out of the way. And don't bitch and cry and just fight for somebody, you know, because we're freedom fighters.
Yeah.
You know, you want to take the, and I will tell you the lion's share, I mean, look, 95% of our clients are not famous people.
Right? I would imagine.
Yeah. But really, a lot of these super successful performers, man, they've been through it. They've been through transactional lawyers, entertainment lawyers. They've been in litigation. They have an incredible appreciation of good legal work, and you'd be surprised. A lot of them are like, "What's the fee? Let's take care of business and let's fight the case," and that's the end of it.
What do you see more? And again, you're probably just way too up there. You don't call yourself the $1 billion lawyer for nothing.
I never called myself.
They refer to it. I think New York Times and a bunch of other outlets. And somebody still did.
Dolph was the one.
Oh, Dolph did. Yeah.
Dolph,
Shots my man.
Dolph in L.A. Shock, you look at my face on a video. I'm like, what did he say? And then Pierre, that night, and my son were blowing up my phone. That night I was in L.A. I didn't even hear him say it.
Yeah.
They're like, what's hashtag $1 billion lawyer? Hashtag billion. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't even know if I had an Instagram account then. And I think they were like, yeah, Dolph just called you that. And everybody's hashtagging $1 billion lawyer. And I said, I didn't even hear him say it.
Well, that's what I was going to say. In situations like that, right? Because obviously now, like, there is an element of, like, publicity could lead to more client and could lead to maybe charging higher rates, right? Do you ever, not necessarily for just like give me a shout out and you could pay less, but like you see a case that might be attractive. Also, that association could probably help raise your profile.
Everybody got a lot of connections.
I wonder if you may break with those guys. No breaks.
No breaks. He won't need money.
Yeah, I like that. Kelvin, write that down. I need to use that, man.
You got to come with that.
He won't need money.
So that's where lawyers make the mistake. So just because there's a deceased person, that shouldn't be it's just something immoral about thinking that that's how you're going to build your business. You build your business through creative
cash first,
not because someone's charged with a crime. And so I saw that when I was a public defender. I would watch, there was like a big case going on. I see lawyers come and they'd be begging the judge to get appointed because it was a triple murder case. And I'd be like, that's just gross. Yeah. I'm a public defender. And you can research it. Nobody was winning cases more than me. I was getting national publicity when I was 26 years old. I mean, literally national publicity, just banging out not guilties after not guilties. And I'm watching these lawyers. I'm like, I'm just trying to work on my art and get people to fight these cases. And I think the way you build it is you get that big case, but you show the world who you are, and that's how you're going to get it. You're not going to get it by like cutting anybody a deal, because at some point you're going to resent it, right? Because you're going to get another case and be like, damn, I can't can't believe I cut this guy a break, and this guy's paying me more. You don't want to really get into
Cutting deals, taking the trial.
Okay, now I know we have protective orders, but we want to get to this Durk case as much as we can.
Here we go.
And how much of, I mean, you break down the allegations. We've seen some stuff written in court, whether it's these memorandums in support of, trying to get him bail. We've seen a possible opening for a new bail hearing that could possibly get him out. What's the current status?
And then as soon as they drop these, they drop
for everything we've heard about it. Give us, you're seeing things we don't see, and obviously you probably can't say those things, but just give us as much as you know about the case currently and where it's at and how's your feeling towards it.
Yeah. So first of all, Durk is just a super nice and respectful guy. I mean, I just can't even explain how respectful he is of me, of my office, of my time. And I would say otherwise. I mean, I've met everybody in this profession, and some people, most people I really have a great fondness for. This guy's top of the top. I mean, what a nice and respectful young man he is. And so the case is as follows. So there was an indictment that did not name him, right? It named others, and then there was an unindicted person. And then 3 weeks later,
reaction time.
It's called the first superseding indictment, and it does name him. The indictment was identical, except the unnamed person now became Durk Banks. And this is the really important part, the second indictment, what's called the first superseding indictment, only had one new fact. It had one new fact, and that was it alleged that there was a video by Durk that celebrated and monetized this killing, okay? And so that was the only fact. That was the only thing that distinguished. So if the government says, oh, it's no big deal, no harm, no foul, that's not true, because that's the one thing they added when they threw Durk Banks into the indictment. And as soon as we got the indictment, we noticed, and we started hearing from people in the music world. People are like, this doesn't really make sense. That song, those lyrics were done a long time before that. I mean, we were hearing it from all different directions. We were hearing it from studio people. We were hearing it from people that wear suits to work every day, executives.
Exactly. Yep.
And so we were like, we got to get to work here. We got to figure this out. And so at the detention hearing.
Is that a big deal or no deal?
We had his first detention
that song was made
December of 24.
Months before.
And we say, first, this issue of leaving the country, it was all presented incorrectly. He had a few flights, and these flights, you have the incomplete itineraries. The complete itineraries show he was going to Dubai, and they didn't show that to the court.
Okay, so, and I know we want to get to that incomplete stuff, and we'll get to that, but so we kind of skipped out on the criminal complaint, right? So before we got to the second indictment, which is the first superseding, they arrested Durk on a criminal complaint, and they cited that they believe he was trying to flee the country. And it felt like it was an agent who just wrote up this thing, got judge approval, got him arrested, and they felt that he was trying to book multiple flights to different places. What was the truth behind that, from what you understand?
So thank you for context. So the criminal complaint did not have the complete itineraries. So we went to court, and we were like, Judge, this was what was presented. Now here's the rest of the story. Here's the complete itinerary. And the complete itineraries weren't 3 different countries. Everything was going to be Dubai. They just didn't show you the last change. It was like, it was a flight Miami to Newark to, I can't remember, like say Rome. And then they would present the judge with the last part, okay, which was Dubai. Everything was going to Dubai, with the exception that everything was like.
Even if he got people going to speak against him, that's a huge deal.
And respectfully, he's Lil Durk. He's internationally famous, and he just wasn't going to sit on the middle seat.
Yeah, come on,
3 different, parts of the itinerary. And so that's when it was this private flight. So there was no trying to throw confusion and head fakes. There was just this attempt to book several flights. I do that. I mean, I'll try to make arrangements, and if I can't get the right flight, we'll try again. And so that was that, and that was completely corrected. Nobody even tried to say that was wrong, because we presented evidence that this was the complete itinerary.
Was there, so I imagine that the judge would probably ask this, or the prosecutor would probably suggest, did he have business in Dubai? What was the reason for him to go to Dubai?
He has a history of going to Dubai. I mean, he just has a history of going to Dubai. I mean, I live in Atlanta, and
Honestly, no one wants to think about HIV.
Do we have business
but there are things
in
that
Dubai?
everyone can do to help prevent it.
So let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think Lil Durk was trying to flee? Or he was just trying to go enjoy himself?
nothing unusual.
Or was he on the run? I'm on the run, G.
12 months, 13 months before that. So there's nothing unusual about him going to Dubai, and there was nothing to indicate that he was ever going to go and never come back. I mean, he wasn't going to, you know, as I said in court that day, let's see, his dad, okay, Dante, gets out in 2019 and then goes into COVID. He wasn't going to leave the dad he waited a lifetime to be with. He wasn't going to leave his kids. He wasn't going to leave his career. He's Lil Durk, okay? So Lil Durk is not going to run away and live the rest of his life in Dubai. That's just stupidity, okay? That was never going to happen.
Does Dubai have an extradition treaty with the United States? Because I guess people are wondering.
Talk your ass,
So
though.
there's some complexity
It's a nigga freedom.
to it.
Talking about nothing. Pop better get his ass Dubai. Kids better get their ass Dubai.
Complex. But it was.
Talking about life on the run, or life locked in one spot. Man, nigga ass is on the run. Nigga ass in Dubai. Talking to the kids from 5,000 miles away.
And the probation officer came back and said, we don't think he's literally a threat to leave. We think he's.
Really?
Probation officer met with him, looked at the evidence and said, we think he's not a flight risk, okay? We do think, however, that, you know, based on the charges, that the probation department said that he was a threat to the community or whatever, given the charges. But actually probation, different than the prosecutor and ultimately that magistrate, looked at the evidence and said, we don't think he's a flight risk. When you look at all the evidence, that's not the issue.
Okay,
so the ultimate issue is the case itself.
Right.
So that takes care of the flight. Now we're into this idea that he's involved in this superseding indictment, and they put this additional fact, and this additional fact claims he's so brazen with what they call.
Question again, do you think? I asked the question, do you guys think Lil Durk was trying to go on vacation or he was trying to do a take-key? He was trying to get out of Dodge.
You know, speaking about the murder that they claim he was involved with, that he puts it on a song, he depicts it and uses a news clip, correct?
Correct. And so we raised that the song, we have an affidavit from one of the producers, and we present it to the court. We go, look, you know, this was the proverbial smoking gun of the indictment. This is what distinguishes this case from the first indictment. This is the only new fact they put in. So they must think that this is a home run. But this is provably false. And if Ack or Drew or Kelvin goes into a grand jury and says something like that, we got to lawyer up because we just said something that's untrue to a grand jury. And so our point is somebody went to the grand jury and said this, which is absolutely false.
Is it proven that, again, I know it's listed in the superseding indictment, but the grand jury proceeding is supposed to be the secretive process that I'm pretty sure you don't even have the minutes or the transcript for it yet. Are you working off an assumption that it was presented to the grand jury since it's listed in the indictment, or are you trying to find that out still?
Man, it's like we're working together here. Ready?
It's an ugly case.
Question. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So the prosecution stands up and
We're just taking a trip.
They
Okay.
start talking about these words, and they come up with some stuff that really we didn't really quite understand. And so a few weeks later, after he gets denied,
He was just trying to go pray with the Arabs. Right. He was just trying to go pray with the Arab.
and they send him to me that day. And
This is you to the
He was trying to do his his pilgrimage. What is it called? Yeah. Yeah, he was trying to get close to Mecca.
To the AUSA.
To AUSA. And all they were.
Not pilgrimage. I'm pretty sure that's the wrong word. I don't want to disrespect nobody culturally or anyone's religion, but his journey.
Just like they didn't understand that you don't show up at a studio, okay, on a Sunday and put out a song on Monday, that it takes half a year, okay? They clearly didn't understand the concept of fan edits. And so then we filed the motion to dismiss that I'm sure you read. And that was just filed last week, and that's going to take place on June 2nd. And in that, we now added a second producer, right? Because there's two producers.
One for Babyface, right?
Babyface, and he's just doing a feature, right? And so he's just throwing his stuff into, and we had to explain in the motion, we had to explain to the court, here's what a feature is, because nobody's done that. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. But what we say in the motion is, because it's a big ask, it's cool, you're asking that the case be dismissed, but you and I both know that's a big ask.
Yeah.
And so if you see the crescendo is, we want it dismissed, Judge, because you just can't go to a grand jury, even if it's negligence. You can't put something, that throws shade on the rest of the case. Alternatively, we need the minutes from the grand jury, so we can all see what happened. So great question, great point, and that's the end of the motion.
He was trying to buy extra time.
Judge, we think the case be dismissed.
Right.
If anybody else said something that was false,
Trying to think about this shit, trying to process it, I guess, really though.
at least let's see what happened.
Is June 2nd the oral argument for
The motion to dismiss.
Okay, the motion. Okay.
Yeah.
But also to try to compel the minutes as well, right?
Correct.
Or do you think you're gonna get that before? Because that's gonna be if you get it before, you get to walk in that court with like, hey.
Any chance Lil Durk see the streets again? In you guys' opinion, and everything I'm saying is for entertainment purpose, allegedly. This is copyrighted material that I'm using for reactions, you know what I'm saying, and DJ Academic's interview. But is it, any of you guys think Durk see the streets again? And if we, I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, but a case like this has a lot of serious ramifications. On the low ball of things, what a minimum of years, what you think he's facing? Minimum and max. Well, the max is gonna be life, for sure.
Like, hey, listen, it's right here. They presented it to these people to get an indictment.
We've not got it.
Okay, they're not gonna be as.
Yeah, we asked for it, we've not got it.
It kind of looks like it's a little bit of egg on their face.
Yeah, we want,
if they're using fan edits, like that's crazy, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised because in their most recent filing, it seems like they're possibly throwing the towel on the accuracy of that part of the indictment. Look, here's why it's a really important issue. You've obviously done a ton of cases. You're familiar with cases. If you were going to use seriology, toxicology, DNA, accident reconstruction, anything that involves complexity in a case, the government, particularly the federal government, relies on experts. And you're right. You're right. People need to understand this is a federal case. We work on more bullshit cases, but state cases, that's middle school basketball. We're now at the NBA, and we're at the highest level in the NBA right now. And so you'd expect that they would have sound engineers having to analyze this, right? You'd expect they'd have an expert coming in from some MBA program that studies music or whatever. That's out there. To study this and give them some technology expert to analyze this. And apparently, that didn't take place. They didn't treat this like they would DNA. They didn't treat this like they would seriology or toxicology. Somebody just listened to some music and said, hey, this makes sense, let's throw it in. And
can I counter that? So, whatever the AUSA says, we're going to do that for the trial.
He got a fighting chance.
bail is discretionary.
They're gonna definitely see the streets again, but he might have to see it for about 20 to 25 years, like his father
kind of
did.
closely matches the story.
Shit.
Do you think that might be a good enough argument to maybe deny the motion, not only to dismiss, but also the motion for him to get bail?
Here's why, good devil's advocate, but here's why I don't think that that's accurate. And the reason is because they went to a grand jury. Okay. And so you wouldn't go to a grand jury and say DNA proves that John Doe was at 101 Main Street on the day of this murder. You would go to a DNA expert, okay? You wouldn't say the blood splatter expert, you know, just on your opinion, you'd have a blood splatter expert. And so they did this, and you would hope that there would be somebody that had advised them.
Like the old people used to say, man, ain't gonna be an uphill battle.
But now falling back,
Circumstantial evidence, a lot of circumstances, yeah.
this is systemic when it comes to rap music, when it comes to hip hop, when it comes to these cases. This is no different
You
than
got a
a
fighting
cop
chance.
sitting at a podium
Like he'll
saying,
say, you got a fighting chance.
you're a coward for doing a video at the shopping center. Without going to the way before you do that and you damage somebody's reputation to find out that corporate entities were involved in that decision-making process, right?
Yeah.
And so for some reason, when it comes to this group of people that are involved in rap music, hip-hop music, people take shortcuts. And you know, there's, if you look at our brief, if you look at the motion and brief that we filed, you know, we cite a lot of articles that are written, right? You know, Rap on Trial, some of the other articles that have been written.
I got one more
There
clip
just
I
seems
wanted to
to
show
be,
y'all before we get out of
this
here.
kind of abbreviated analysis, this conjecture, and this kind of prejudicial guesswork when it comes to people in this business. I don't know what the origin of it is, and I'm not just talking about Durk's case. I'm talking about all these cases. I'm talking about the...
It's still going back and forth.
How did a nigga make you violate your probation, bro? Like, just tell me. If you tell me I would cut all my hair off, just tell me. I've been gone away from around you 6-7 months. Bro, you violated your own probation, bro. I ain't making no more videos about you. That shit is dead. We're gonna leave this alone. And don't get in my comments talking about, so why is a child speaking on a grown man? Why is a grown man speaking on a child? We're just gonna leave this right here, and we're just gonna clear that right there. You get what I'm saying? Just keep a nigga name out your mouth. Go your separate ways, man. I wish you the best. Hold your head high, nigga. Hold your chin up. Peace out. How did a nigga make you violate your probation?
Hold your head high.
Like, just tell me.
Hold your
if you
chin
tell me I
up.
would cut all...
Nigga, peace out. What y'all think about that? It might be something I ain't seen. Is this something I ain't watched right here?
Is this the best survival game ever
Say
made?
that TV.
This is the aircraft carrier shelter you seized, previously owned.
The police questioned King about what happened. King told them everything, man. King told them everything that happened and everything that been going on in my house.
I don't know if I saw that. I don't know if I saw that.
Like, just tell me. If you tell me I would cut all my hair off.
If I saw this
Just
one,
tell me.
y'all,
I've been gone away from around you 6-7 months.
I might
Bro,
have
you violated your
making
own
that grilled cheese sandwich
I ain't
and that
making
shit,
no
man.
more
I
videos
don't remember him
about
saying
it.
that.
Dead. We're gonna leave this alone. And don't get in my comments talking about, so why is a child speaking on a grown man? Why is a grown man speaking on a child? We're just gonna leave.
Y'all know what I was.
Oh, man, I get going in on the big yeah. When King is back in the car with him. Now y'all know.
Y'all know what I just had a thought. I could be wrong. You know how people lie about their age. They might be saying King 11. King might be about 13, 14 years old for real, man. we need to see the birth certificate, man. He might be 13, 14 years old, man. I don't know no more, man. They laugh for a minute.
King 3 months. I ain't seen King. I'm thinking King with his dad, cause that's the last I seen him with.
Remember I said the daddy had to be in on it, or what's going on with the daddy a while back when this shit was first kicked out, because you know he was saying he with his daddy and shit. So for all this to be going on, and the pops out of jail now, like just trying to figure out the background of it. He let King, he really couldn't, I'm not gonna say he couldn't control King. We never brought him back around. Shit, he said the old lady playing police game, but you could be possibly true.
I seen him with was the dad. But now this one King is bagging up from me because
I need to get King Daddy on the show.
He ain't having no more big boy bankrolls, and I ain't taking him to the clubs and shit no more. I feel like I said that. Now. He going to school now. He rocking regular kid clothes. So he ain't liking this.
Okay, that's the one part about this shit. Okay. Let me say this too. I don't agree with him whooping King. Like just openly saying it, you come get a kid. See, that's the part about this shit that's crazy though, for real. That you openly saying that. I feel like just being real, he probably should have never said that he would discipline King. And if I was King, you probably wouldn't be whooping my ass though. I'm just gonna be real about that now. You just came and got me for some talent shit, and now you whooping me? I don't give a fuck how bad I am. Hell, man, listen, I'm gonna give y'all, I'm finna give y'all, fuck. I'm finna give y'all a little story time real quick, cause it just made me think of something. Alright, so check it out. When I was young, my mama, she used to be locked up in prison and shit. So she got out of prison, and like that was our relationship. You know what I'm saying? Doing time with her, and then we kind of lost contact while she was in prison. And then I really didn't like going to visits and shit. Like, so she got out of jail, and this is like the first time I ever really been around my mama that I could just really remember. You know what I'm saying? So she got out of jail, and I'm like, I'm gonna go down there and fuck with her. I'm gonna go spend a weekend with her. Or spend the summer with her. That's what it was. I was gonna go spend the summer with her. My big brother didn't want to do it. So I go down there. 10, 11, 12. I go down there. I got 2 incidents. I'm gonna tell y'all. So I go down there, and I decided to spend some time with my mama. The first thing this lady gonna tell me is, I heard what you been doing. I got something for you. I don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know you. Now you telling me you finna whoop me? So we go over her at the time boyfriend house, this dude named Lewis. And I might have told this story before, but it's a big ass bowl of candy in there. I asked my mama, can I ask his mama, because we was at his mama house, she cooked. Could I have some of that candy on the table? It was a big ass bowl of candy. My mama said, sure. Soon as I asked this lady for the candy, got the candy, my mama said, I'm gonna whoop your ass when we get to the house. I said, for what? You asking these people for candy and you don't even know them. I just asked you, could I ask them? My mama told me to go out back and get a switch. A switch? I don't even know your ass. Are you talking about whooping me? So I go outside. I'm back there taking too long. You know, of course I'm trying to get You know what they got? What's the smallest? A Switch probably would be the smallest one. I'm trying to get a goddamn a van or something. I want something so small, so I'm back there bullshitting. My mama tell me, oh, that ain't nothing. So she agitated from the fact that it wasn't my first time meeting her, but it's my first time just really being around her. Yeah, I'm trying to get a twig, goddamn. I thought that's what it was. I just didn't want to say it. It was my first time being around her. Like, I probably have, I'm just being real. I've never seen myself when I was a baby, so I don't have no baby pictures. I'm talking about infant, 1, 2. I don't know what was going on in my life. They was trying to adopt me, put me up for adoption and shit, though. Real talk. That's a whole nother story. But so I never really seen no baby pictures of myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I think the earliest picture that I really seen of myself, I probably was like 3 or 4 years old. And I said that to say I probably have maybe 3 or 4 memories of my mama before the age of, you know what I'm saying, maybe 6 or some shit like that. I got a couple memories of her. So, yeah. And then when I was young, she ended up going to prison. And so this would be my teenage years. I get back around her. So I go down there and try to see her. You know what I'm saying? And then this lady whooped me. I end up, okay, right, same thing. It's the first time you been with her. Yeah, nah, you ain't about to whoop me. Yeah, my first time being with her for sure. First time being with her, you know what I'm saying? Nigga just really talking to her on the phone and shit. And yeah, she whooped my ass though. Whooped my ass. I wanna say she whooped me with a blow dryer type shit though. Cause I didn't sit there and let her whoop me with a belt. So she tried to whoop me with a blow dryer. I wish I had another phone. I'd call her ass right now and ask her what did she try to whoop me with? What was in the blow dryer? And then I got the, you know how nigga grabbing that motherfucker type shit. So I end up running, leaving the house, call my grandma. My grandma was mad as a motherfucker. I'm talking about to my granny passed. I'm talking about real shit. My aunties that my mama knew before me, like the relationship wasn't the same. They all talked about, your mama got you down here and tried to do you like that. She knows she was wrong. Hell yeah, so that's just a motherfucker that don't know you like that, you can't be trying to whoop them. That shit gonna make it, and that right there kind of, that fucked me and my mama relationship up for a long time though. Like, I ain't want to talk to her ass. Like, for real, I ain't want to talk to her. But my first time kicking it with you whooped me about some shit I asked you to school. I heard you been doing this and doing that in South Memphis. Ain't nobody told you that. You just wanted to whoop me. I don't even know why that lady wanted to whoop my ass. She did. Then I remember my last time my daddy trying to whoop me, I was probably about 17. I told y'all this shit though. But yeah. Hell nah, but the moral of the story, you can't be whooping on no kids though, man. So that's what I was saying. I don't know if he should be openly saying it. He disciplined King, just got around you. It's more so on the talent thing. I don't know. He been with you, but he just got around you though. I don't know. He been with you, but he just got around you. See, basically, That's true. But basically, man, like they said from the jump, he shouldn't even ever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever he was doing, he probably should have tried to turn another kid up. Cause King, you know, or maybe it should have been more business than personal. You know what I'm saying? Moving them into your house, and you know that's cutting costs on a lot of shit. So you got them like a little artist. So you kind of, you know, it makes sense. You grooming them, you showing them this, but you know, hell nah, because you feel like you obligated to do that type of shit. You know, discipline. I was thinking about it from a father standpoint though. Like I'm out of jail and a nigga talking about they whooping my little boy and shit, and he ain't his daddy. His daddy. Shit, his daddy. I'm really speaking on when the daddy came home, per se. That's what I was really speaking about. Yeah, I'm really speaking about the daddy.
It's because he want to be grown.
I'm gonna try to get that relationship with his dad to see how we can do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Alright, you out of jail now. I really had King like a father figure, but King is acknowledging his dad in there. But I still want the little nigga around me, so me and his daddy gonna come together and build more and see how we can do it. You know, so when it comes to unless his dad done to my beat that man ass. You know, that man bullshit and whoop his ass. Other than that, you know, I don't know.
Can't want to be grown. He don't want to do what I'm telling him. So now check this out. So when I put Joyce out, King say, bruh, can I go over to Joyce's house until school get out Monday with the rest of the kids? I said, King,
exactly. He made the business too personal. Cause listen to what he's saying right now. Listen to what he's saying right now. Let me call your grandma. He getting permission for King to travel. Now, if the dad told him to do it, that's a different story. That's why I said I'm just speaking on whooping King and letting people know he putting belt to ass when the man daddy out. I'm putting myself in my position. That shit don't sound good to me. You see what I'm saying? Nigga talking about they whooping my kid ass and that shit don't sound good to me. Especially in this manner. You know what I'm saying? Even what King doing, that shit wouldn't sound good to me. That's what I'm saying. Like, how involved is the daddy really? Or is the daddy the one behind the whole play? Cause I remember the dad that spoke up and said, man, my son listened to me, and ooh, I remember that shit too. So I'm just saying, is the daddy behind the whole play? Is he really the one pulling these strings or what?
Call your grandma. I call King grandma, man.
Sometimes better face than avoid.
King want to go with me to Joyce's
more
house.
time.
And tell her what was going on.
Facts.
She said, King don't need to go over no Joyce's house. I don't know no Joyce. So King was like, Grandma Joyce is the lady who that's the kids' grandma over here. So she was like, do you know the lady? I said, yeah. I said, yo, King in good hands with him. I was like, I don't think, King in good hands with her. I don't think she'll hurt King.
Behavior then. Be mad when he got to deal with it.
We want to be around the kids and kicking and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
He can't condone his behavior.
She let him go. So when King went over there, though, that's when his daddy came and got him, and I never seen him again. I never seen King since that day.
The dad came together. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. That part right there. How you doing,
So
Alex?
this whole time, 3 months later,
That's what it seemed like from the jump, though. Like, okay, I'm gonna say this. It's no different than, let's say you got a child star, Raven Simone, Orlando Bloom, who started off on Nickelodeon and, you know, shit like that. The only thing that's probably different about them, they probably had talent agents who was, you know, talent scouts who was putting them on real, you know, what you call it, acting gigs, and they was having real auditions and things of that nature. This new wave, the new day and age, a lot of stars, a lot of talent is often found through social media. So when a person create a buzz off social media, like sometimes a buzz just be a buzz. And then you have the people try to put talent behind the buzz. So it could have been that scenario where shit, King had his own little buzz. He was doing him. He can't, and you know, a lot of people was trying to find that next, generate that next monetary gain behind King, and didn't know how to do it in a structured way. So shit, we're gonna send him to the man with the high hand. So maybe it could have been done a little better though. The parents was with him. Yeah, the parents was.
Joyce got him over there using them for information. Joyce got him over there using them for his money. This old lady. You see what I'm saying? Got him over there using them for his bread and his information. You see what I'm saying? But since he can't do what he wants to around me no more, that's why he ran away with Joyce.
Hey, for this funny though, he when he talk, you know what I'm saying, he make the signals and shit, the body language, the running and this and that, yeah.
Cause Joyce finna let him do what he wanna do and say what he wanna say, and he ain't going for it. So he wanted to go around Joyce. He came ready to get away around because I wasn't going on him.
You ready to get away from Ray?
Looking for a broker that can match your drive and ambition? Don't
He Memphis for sure though. One thing about him, he a real Memphis nigga, you can tell.
When I slowed down and I made him start earning and shit, he pulled a real Memphis move. He used me. That's what King did. He used me, and then after he used me, he earned me out. You know what I'm saying? He did a Memphis move.
So let me ask y'all this. I ain't laughing infinite per se. I'm just, it's how he's saying. He did a real Memphis move, then he earned me out. Do y'all think that was the case? So in saying that, if Finesse was actually the one being finessed, did King come up with the finessing by himself? Drop in the chat and let me know that.
That was me.
Who put the battering King back to finesse him? Was it the one who came home from prison? Or what? Maybe he was mad about her and the nigga talking about they putting belt their ass. What, this nigga whooping my son, dude? This like love and hip hop type shit. Y'all might be a play. Exactly.
That's how Memphis rock. There's a Memphis for you. They gonna use you and abuse you, and then they gonna act like they ain't never did shit for them. Then that's a Memphis for you. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, now we chilling. Joyce coming to get the baby. Man, clever in a car seat at this time. Well, she a newborn baby at this time, like 2 months type shit, like 3 months. I'm sitting in the back of the smoke shop. Sugar oldest daughter come in there. She dressed up.
King still getting finesse.
So I said, oh, what, you was an old lady today?
So let me ask you this. What is King's specialty though? You say he getting finesse, right? Okay, they go back to like putting a person into the right platform. Without, like, what is King talent? How far do he go with the shit he doing? I'm just asking to say he getting finesse. How far does he go? What is he really? What does he do that you would support? Let me ask you that. What does he do what does King do talent-wise that a motherfucker would support? A dice game? The crap house? What is it? The shit talking. He ain't got no damn direction. Really, he ain't got it. What's the talent? 11-year-old that can rap, that shit ain't no more talent than when Lil Pee Wee did it. And he was positive with it. So I'm trying to see what's the real talent behind King. That he a little grown nigga? I'm trying to see what is he really supposed to be out here doing? All that shit was, at the end of the day, I said this a long time ago. Finesse is the one who turned King up. Yeah, he had some followers and shit, but he seen something and tried to capitalize off of it. And to clean his image up shit, it goes back into what I'm saying right now. What the fuck does he do? What does King do? And I'm not trying to be, what does he do though? If he had merch, man, I'm not tuning in to no Lil King, man. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. He definitely got a bunch of drama going on in his life. King, two big bitches, his brothers beefing. Memphis, bro. I'm not bashing him. I'm just trying to see what is his talent. You said merch and shit. Like, I'm not finna buy no merch. Me personally, at this stage and age, when this play himself arguing with a kid at the, that's because, like I'm saying, it got too personal. He mixed the business with the personal shit too much by allowing your talent to live with you being a kid and seeing all the shit. Like King said too, you brought me in for doing what I do, talking shit on the internet and shooting dice, and then you tried to change me. So it's some truth into what everybody is saying. It's some truth into what everybody is saying. But what I'm saying, the talent when it comes to King, I don't really see the talent. I just see a young Memphis young nigga who, you know, we pushing in the forefront with this bullshit, and you know he got a name right now. But talent, I'm trying to still figure out what he do. He can make something out of something. 2 Times is the one gave him a name, and I feel like the direction. Hear me out once again. King helped him, and Finesse ain't helped him for no reason. It was King helped him, and Finesse ain't. How did King help Finesse? With no talent. King really hurt his career. If you really want to be honest, Finesse's career went down once King came around. It went down. Look at all the negative publicity that came with King being on stage. Oh, he got that little boy around him. His shit really went down once King came around. Just being real. Because everybody wanted to know why this little boy was around all these grown ass men. So King didn't do shit for Finesse career, to be real, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, King didn't do shit for Finesse. He didn't do shit. It was a bad look from the jump, and it's still a bad look because he arguing with this little motherfucker. Nah, I don't talk about them every week, love. I just started back talking about it. But it's a topic. It's a topic. I just said, I disagree with what you're saying. It hurt his career, though. It still hurt his career. I definitely don't talk about King every week. You shitting me. You gotta tune in a little more. Maybe when you tune in, I'm talking about King, but I definitely don't talk about no 11-year-old every week, though. Hell nah. King ain't, that's what I'm saying. King ain't generating no, King ain't got no goddamn talent, man. That's just my opinion. Not to where it, motherfucker feel like he supposed to be bringing in the bag. That's all I'm saying. I feel like it just, motherfucker was just going for what they know. We trying. We gonna try. We gonna shoot our shot. But what I do think is, I ain't understand what you're saying then. Y'all ain't understand. But what I do think is, I don't think King helped Finesse out though. I feel like it hurt him in the long. I feel like it hurt him. Finesse didn't need them type of views. It didn't bring no bag though. It didn't bring no bag. How much money you think he made off King in the year he was with him? Let's be real, y'all. He ain't make shit off of that, man. That's why he was trying to change his image, because you can't market no little kid like that. For real, for real. You can't market no little kid like that. That's why he was trying to change his image up so he can walk them through them doors. You trying to walk a 10, 11-year-old in doors, he's smoking, shooting dice, and man, who gonna market that shit on the big stage? Nobody. You can't market this shit. That's why he was trying to clean them up a little bit. That's equal money streams go up for Finesse. That man ain't make no money out King. If y'all feel like he made some money out King, some real money, and I don't feel like it. I feel like he lost more money on King, you know, trying to turn him into something. No, he can't monetize himself because he doing too much negative shit. It's not no kid. The kids, you have to be shit that the kids can play on YouTube. So being the kid that King is on YouTube right now, he can't play that shit for other kids. He can't underground. He can't monetize himself right now because he don't have the right image. That's the part that y'all over here. He don't have the right image. That ain't no good image for nobody. That ain't no good image for no motherfucking kid. Y'all tripping. He need to get his motherfucking self off the internet. Get himself out the internet, man. That man just on here for cause he a live ass 11-year-old. But in the grand scheme of things, don't none of us want to, you know what I'm talking about? I don't want no adult child at 11. It ain't equal money. It ain't equal money. If King could monetize himself, then he wouldn't be around everybody else. Y'all Motherfuckers say how smart King is and how this and how that and how this and how that and King. If King could have his own YouTube page and be going live all day, every day by himself, running his own content. It ain't that easy. I get negative shit said, but not from him. That's the part y'all don't. You can't be 11 years old on the internet talking shit, making money off of it. Nobody gonna sponsor you for that. It's not gonna sell. That's the part y'all ain't understand. Y'all wanted to sell. Nah, you wrong, Kelly. I want. Show me the money. I want to see King get rich off of his negative content. Then
I said, King dressed up. She said, yeah.
I want to see King get rich off of his negative content. Then,
cause I know he was in
it ain't gonna happen.
With his dad. Like, she said, yeah, King been in school. King in the car.
He ain't gonna do no, but he gonna be more famous than rich off this shit. Trust me. He not gonna get that. Ain't no shit to get you rich. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing shit. But being 11 and being grown, that ain't shit to get you rich.
How King in the car? Like, y'all ain't.
I ain't impressed. I'm from Memphis. I ain't impressed. I done seen it before. I done seen the kids 5 years old cursing motherfuckers out and shit. So I ain't impressed by him.
They not gonna come at his dad. They not gonna come. They gonna come at finesse. If something happen to this boy, anything go on, the first thing they gonna look at is me. So I'm like, what?
Negative shit said just not from an 11-year-old. Ain't nobody trying to market and sponsor. That's why once again why I feel like Finesse 2 Times was trying to straighten up his image, because he saw the image that King had right now. We can't make no money off this shit. We can't make no money off the shit you doing, King. You gambling. You shooting dice. You shucking. We can't really make no money. You really are turning out to be a liability. The school, the child protective service is in the business behind the lifestyle we living right now.
Sit your ass down, man. Like any other dad will do. Like any other dad who don't play.
So once again, that's not King making money. That's Hustle Cartel making money. And King getting a percentage of it, because once again, he ain't got no real, he got other people around him. Still missing my point. He around other motherfuckers. Other people. King can't make shit by himself. Y'all just said the same. Hustle Cartel got control. Hustle Cartel. King can't do shit by himself on YouTube at the age of 11 years old, to where it's generating him some money with that negative content by himself. By himself. He can't get on here and be king and get rich by himself with that negative content. That's all I'm saying.
They should do. Hey, man, sit your ass down, man.
So maybe that's why Finesse was trying to straighten up his image. He's still getting finesse. And I said, shit, how? Because he ain't got no talent. He really need to switch up his hustle. He gonna be getting finesse until he switch up the hustle. So right now he just getting exploited. He ain't getting finesse. He getting exploited. Exploited is the right term right now, because the shit that he's selling ain't shit. Like, that's what I'm saying. We from Memphis, I get it. It's cool, but It ain't nothing. It ain't worth buying. What is he doing? Where is the star quality in there? He just being exploited. That's all I'm saying. That's all I see. I wouldn't, if he happened to get rich off this or get some money behind it, yes, I would be happy for my son. But, hey. No, I ain't want to be happy though. I want to agree with it. When it's done, play a King song.
Finna have to get him back.
Now I don't want to hear that bullshit.
We finna have to go out. I'm finna have to. Man, guess what King do? He strike out running.
I'm gonna tell you what I am gonna play for you though.
Like ass and elbows. Like that's all you say. Ass and elbows. King
Since
strike
you
out
said
running.
that,
Back to the truck to Joe.
let me show you what I am gonna play though.
Tell him what you hit him up, Pete. Yeah, spray it on him. Spray it on him. Young nigga doing it. And where you from with it though? Where you from? Tell him what you hit him up, Pete.
They all start off young
Spray it on him. Young.
He look like he was about 5 then.
Got on my man shirt. Shout out to my boy.
How that happen? My bad. That's from yesterday. I'm gonna play a little bit more of it and I'm gonna get on up back. Notice even Hustle Cartel don't put King on too many of his videos. Exactly, man. Listen, bro. I feel like it's a difference between being, I'm gonna go back to the exploited part. I just feel like exploiting a person, I guess you can say that's being finessed in a sense though. Okay, I can agree with that. It's just a different terminology I use. I don't feel like he being finessed though. Not saying he ain't getting nothing out of it, but I don't feel like he in the lane. I don't know, G. He was talking about Lil Kenny, but I don't feel like he in the lane. He pushing the right lane to where he can get rich off of it. I feel like he in the right lane to where he's gonna get more fame than riches off of it. That's all I'm saying. He can't be nothing but a conversation piece to be a prop. A little kid around all these adults shooting dice, talking shit, pants sagging, yada, talking, throwing dice, little attitude. There's nothing but a conversation piece. Ain't nobody really taking him serious. So in saying that, yeah, it generate likes, it generate content, but at the same time, by him being a conversation piece, you can treat it just as such. Let me give you something for your time. Here go $1,000. We just did 100,000 views. Shit, you 9, 10 years old. Here go 2,000, 3,000. Here go 5,000. Let me take you shopping. You stay with me. You this. I'm really trying to turn you up. So you would have to go back and how do you really break down and judge how much money he's due off of the content that he making? That's what I'm saying. We out here making it seem like King just really out here and he Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the Jackson 5. Y'all making it seem like King was doing this shit. Hold on. Let me go find Lil Mike. Y'all bullshit. Y'all bullshit. We gotta stop this, y'all. We gotta start telling these kids they ain't got no talent. Look, I pull up Lil Mike. It's a big ass gun. We gotta start keeping it real. Look at Lil Mike. We act like King is doing this shit. We act like King is doing this. You know, we on here talking about merch and shit. Yeah, he got the opportunity. I'm just talking shit now. He got the opportunity to make some money, but I'm just saying it ain't really behind no talent. So in this day and age, it's not really gonna generate to no money because he don't have a talent and the shit he pushing. You can't get a fan base really behind what King doing other than people like us talking about it. Like, what would you really support? I'm being real. What would you really support, King? Like, what would you really support? What merch would you buy? Like, what would you support? I'm asking, like, from he got every opportunity in the world. If he got videos and views that's got 1 million, he got every opportunity in the world. And if you from their standpoint, when you could just turn the camera on and people gonna tune in, it's about the content with me. Like, what is he really at 11 years old? I'm not really tuned into what he talking about. Other than the finesse 2 times shit. Him talking about finesse, whatever they little beef got going on. Once this shit stop, unless he fall out with Hustle or something like that, I ain't tuned in to King. He ain't about exactly. He ain't. Look at Mike. Mike still getting down. I turn my head. Mike still getting down. Look at that passion. Look at little Mike. Look over your shoulders, honey. Man, King talking about get down. 10-4. Hi, Dave. Hi, Dave. 10-4. Lil Joe. 6'8" running mate. Man, how you gonna market that shit? Only thing he can do, I ain't gonna say only thing he can do because he's 11. So I'm just saying right now, I can see Lil King in some acting. You know what I'm saying? I can see if somebody was to maybe push him towards acting, but I'm saying doing the shit that he doing right now is not talent based what he doing. This is that world though that we live in where, you know, like you said, while you hot, you can get some money. Just while his name out, he can generate some money off of it by being a little bad motherfucker. Is King teachable? He probably is. Everything he doing now is pattern behavior. So yeah, it just motherfuckers teaching them the wrong. He watching people do the wrong shit. So I'm pretty sure he teachable or can be taught. Appreciate it. Likewise, can be taught. It's just about, you know, maybe the consistency, the real, effort. But I'm not saying he can't generate no cash, though. He definitely can generate. It just the content he doing. I really look at shit from just a talent standpoint and just, you know, it's so many people out here, they got so much to offer. So when I look at King and I'm from Memphis, stay in Memphis, I don't really see him, Risk Takers Club, what's going on? I don't really see it from a talent standpoint. I just see a little Memphis nigga that's above his years and getting glorified off of it. But being from Memphis, we know a lot of young niggas like that. I know a lot, man, he different. We done said that about so many kids growing up in Memphis and growing up in our family, man. He grown. He grown, he doing this. So that's just shit going on. That shit going on. So I'm just trying to figure out where the talent is. Because all we doing is talking about him for the negative shit. The conversations, his verbiage, what's going back and forward in the media, the grown people shit that he inserting himself in. There ain't been nothing but negative for the most part. When do we ever get on this bitch? Or when have anybody ever got on her and just really talked about King from a talent standpoint? Talked about how talented he was. Talked about he was the next big artist up. You know, I've never really seen it. And it goes back to me saying ever since he been around Finesse 2 times, it's been nothing but negativity. Negativity. From the time he was on stage, all the cursing, it ain't been nothing but negativity. Why this grown man, why he got him around? He ain't taking care of his own kids. It ain't been nothing but negative shit. King, another statistic. At 11, it probably ain't gonna change. Hustle like this shit. Yeah, hustle like this shit. I mean, you know, some people tend to like this shit. You know, all the grown niggas that was around like this shit. But I guarantee they wouldn't raise their son like that. But you gotta think, he came to them like that. So when you run into a little nigga in the neighborhood like that or come to you like that, you're gonna look at him as, he lied. He lied, he turned. You know, and I can see, you know, people taking a liking to it. But you ain't gonna wanna raise your kid like that. You better beat your little boy ass, he acting like that. Pants lower than yours. Hitting more licks on the dice than you. Nah, man, cut it out. But I'm out of here, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Do not tune me out. Gotta get up in a couple hours. It's been real. Y'all be safe. Jump in the comment section. Like, subscribe, share. Like, subscribe, share. Yo, we out of here though. Appreciate the moderators. Make sure y'all go subscribe to their page. The members go subscribe to their shit. Yeah. Mr. GF, Callio, my boy Elwood came through, Greater. Man, people been rocking with me for like a year or so damn near, so I appreciate all them. And appreciate the new ones too though. So we out of here though.